So how do you create a highly engaged Facebook group? Hello YouTube, I am Trent Dyrsmid, and not too long ago I decided to make creating a highly engaged Facebook group a huge priority for my businesses. So far the results have been spectacular, and in today's video I'm going to walk you through step by step the exact process that I'm using. In fact, I'm even going to give you a copy of my process completely for free. Sound good? Cool. Smash that like button and let's get started. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of all of the specific activities that have been working for me, I first want to share with you why I think Facebook groups can be such a huge asset to your business. No matter what you sell, be it online or off, having an engaged audience can make the difference between starving or making a killing. For example, one of my companies is a software company where we sell tools for Amazon sellers. Our most popular product is a large collection of standard operating procedures that help Amazon entrepreneurs to increase their growth by delegating more of their work to their virtual team. In our first year, we sold just over $1 million worth of this product, and Facebook groups have played an absolutely critical role in customer engagement by allowing our customers to participate in a community filled with other Amazon sellers, which, as you might imagine, they love. This makes our product more valuable, and it's great for our customers because thanks to the community we have created in our Facebook group, we now have our more experienced customers answering questions for our less experienced customers, and that saves us money on customer support. A few months ago, I decided to focus on one of my existing and mostly ignored Facebook groups as a way to help me attract new users for the software company. Prior to this change, I pretty much left the group just sit, paid little attention to it, and now I invest 15 to 20 minutes a day moderating the group, and it is growing faster than ever. So far, it has played a critical role in helping us to attract new customers without having to spend money on ads, which, as you might guess, I'm pretty darn happy about. Check out our results. In the last 28 days, membership has increased by 41% over the prior 28 days. Even more impressive is that posts, comments, and reactions, all signs of engagement, have increased by 33% over the same period. My other business is an e-commerce company that sells on Amazon. In this business, we partner with US manufacturers to become their exclusive seller on Amazon. Between January 15th, 2017 and January 15th, 2019, we sold just over $3.7 million worth of consumer goods. Over that time, the cost of ads has steadily increased. So we're now planning on launching a few niche-specific Facebook groups to help decrease our reliance on Amazon ads because the cost of ads is eating into our profit margin. In this business, one of the huge challenges is landing these lucrative accounts with suppliers. The competition is intense, and to win, you really need to bring something to the table that your competition can't replicate. And this is where having a large Facebook group can make a huge difference, and that's why creating these groups is a huge priority for us. Armed with highly engaged Facebook groups, you now have the power to help brands launch new products, increase sales of their existing products, conduct product research, and so much more. Now here's the really cool part about Facebook groups. If you can create them correctly and get enough engagement early on, Facebook will actually help you to promote your group to people that Facebook thinks would benefit from being a part of the group. Now, I don't know about you, but I will take all the help that I can get. So now that you've heard why I'm such a huge believer in creating engaged Facebook groups, I have just two questions for you. One, why do you want to create one? I'd love it if you would just put your answer in the comments down below. And number two, are you ready for me to share my screen with you and walk you through my detailed process? And remember, down in the video description, you can get a link where you can download my process completely for free.
All right, so first off, I want to show you how to get the free standard operating procedure for creating a highly engaged Facebook group that I'm about to walk you through. And then we're going to walk you through and give you an idea of what it includes and what it looks like and how to use it and so forth. So to get it, you just go to Flowster.app and you can scroll on down until you see this button says check out our free pre-made SOPs. So you click that. And you can pick any one you want to, but for this particular video, you're going to pick this download one. You'll click download. If you don't yet have an account, it'll prompt you to create an account. And then once you log into your account, you will see any number of these SOP templates. So this is the one we're talking about today, how to create a highly engaged Facebook group. So, and this, by the way, is called the template. These templates are fully editable. You can change them as much as you would like, or you can simply run a workflow based upon that template, and you can assign it to yourself, or you can assign it to anyone on your team anywhere in the world. So we're going to run a workflow based upon this template. So we'll just call this demo, and you can give the workflow whatever name you want. That's not too terribly important. All right. So first off, I want you to know that this particular workflow was based on a blog post on Social Media Examiner where they interviewed a woman by the name of Dana Malstaff, who is known in the internet world as Boss Mom. And she has some really, really engaged Facebook groups. And so we basically took her blog post and turned it into an SOP that you can follow, or as I mentioned, you can assign to a person on your team. So the first section is called deciding on your focus. So here first of all, you're going to design your avatar. And so we've got the question, or rather the process for designing an avatar. We've got HubSpot's tool here with a link to that. There's a great article on personas, key questions that you should be asking yourself in this phase. For example, what do they want? How could they get value from this group? What keeps them awake at night? Where do they learn? And where do they go to learn and consume content? For example, Boss Mom helps their users make decisions. So understanding your avatar is absolutely critical, because if you don't understand your avatar, then the purpose of the group will be somewhat muddled and people won't really understand why they're going to join it. Then we say, well, decide what they want from the group. So what do they want? What do you want? What do you want to provide? And what are people going to want from the group? So for instance, are they looking for tips and tricks? Are they looking for information on an event? Are they looking for support? In our case, support on a software tool, on this particular software tool. Do they want to commiserate? Do they want a think tank? Do they want to brainstorm? And then selling a movement, not a product or service. So it's much easier to sell a movement than a product or service. You can more easily speak to how your audience wants to feel. So create a movement manifesto. Example, for the mom who doesn't want to be judged for wanting to work. And that's right out of Dana's playbook. Once you've figured out who your group is going to be for, then you need to create the group image. And so here's Dana and here's her Boss Mom image. And if you're going to create an image, you could create it on Canva or Snappa, or you could go to Fiverr and have someone create it for you. There's any number of ways to easily get that done. Then you want to create a group description. So I'm going to pull up one of my Facebook groups just to give you an example of the group description. So this particular group is the one that has been growing so very quickly. So if we go to About, you'll see here that we've got a description somewhere over on the right-hand side. I don't know why the heck I can't find it right now. Maybe it's because I'm logged into it. But in any case, a group needs a description and it also needs rules. So make sure that you go through the process to create a description, because that's going to help both Facebook to attract the right users and for people to read the description and understand, kind of what's this group all about, what's it for, and so forth. Now, once you've done that, go ahead and create your first post. This would be a post that you may want to pin to the top as an announcement. And you can, again, read. I'm not going to read you all these instructions because you can very easily download this entire template for free. But your first post might be a video, could be text, could be notes, could be whatever it is that you want. So when people first come into the group, you're kind of helping them to set expectations for what they should do and what they should expect and how they can get involved and what they're going to get out of it and so forth. Now, when you're asking people to join the group, it's important that you create some screening questions. And this is one of the ways where we are very effectively also capturing email addresses. So we typically will start off with how engagement in the group works. Then we get them to agree with the terms of service for the group. And then we say something to the effect of, hey, if you want to hear from us in other channels other than just this group, we've got a great email newsletter, blah, 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 blah. Go ahead and give us your email address, and then we'll add you into our email autoresponder. And then finally create the rules. Now Facebook they've got some templated rules that I strongly encourage that you use. Like, for example, Here are some templated rules. I don't think any one of these are custom, but you can have as many rules as you like, within reason, obviously. And so make sure you create those rules. All right, so now you've got your group actually built, but there's nobody in it yet. So you want to follow the next step of the process, which is how to grow your group organically. First off, find other groups with a similar audience. Now, I would encourage that you join these groups and that you be here's the wrong way to do it. Go into the group and promote your group. You will get banned faster than you can imagine. That is the wrong way. The right way would be to go into these other groups and look for questions that you can answer. And this is part of that 15 to 20 minutes of daily activity. Now, what I do is I make sure that I am super helpful. And then what people will do on occasion is they're going to click through and say, well, like, who is this guy? Why is he's got these great answers to these questions and so forth. And guess what? I'm promoting my group right here. Now, is that getting me hundreds of users a day? Nope, absolutely not. But it is absolutely attracting users for me. So that's the way, first step. Now, the other thing you can do within your own group is to create voting posts, because that creates engagement and the Facebook algorithm loves to see engagement. You can offer free training, and you can do that to other people's audiences as long as you've maybe made a relationship first with the moderator of whoever of the other group, or you can offer training in your own group, or you can do Facebook Lives or whatever. And as well, you can find what Dana did was she found podcasts who would interview her to get her to share her story. And then she would make sure to mention that she's got this super active Facebook group, and here's the URL for it. Make it a URL that's really easy to remember. Like in our case, it's breadideas.co/Facebook. Anyhow, make sure that you try and get as much exposure to other people's audiences by being helpful and ideally getting on their podcasts so that you can subtly promote your own group. Now, now you're going to get people coming to your group and they're going to want to join. So new member welcomes, and this can be a VA task. So you could literally assign this task with a due date to your VA. You need to decide on how frequently you want to welcome new members. You need to craft a new welcome message. And again, I'm not going to read you all this stuff because you can just go download this for free, but there's all sorts of Dana's particular tactics right here for what she does to create a welcome. And then as well, if you have captured the email, you can create an email onboarding sequence. I use Infusionsoft. You can use Aweber, MailChimp, ConvertClick, whatever you would like, and you can create an onboarding sequence in your email system. And ideally in that sequence, if you have other offers, you're going to be promoting those offers in that sequence. Okay, part number 3, engage with your group. So you need to show and tell them how to engage. So post a burning question you have. And so an example is you'd make a post and you say, hey, everybody, what is a burning question that you have in your business or your personal life? And they're going to answer you. Something else you can do is have them create their own posts. So when possible, you want to get people to create their own posts. And over time, what you're going to find is that as the group grows, more and more people are going to start making their own posts, and Facebook loves to see that. And then you can help invigorate your posts. So if you have posts that didn't initially get traction, instead of ignoring or deleting it, you could edit, or you could ask someone to comment on it to help it push that particular post right back up to the top of the feed. And for large groups where posts can quickly go stale, if you have a post that gets a few comments on it, don't like and respond to each comment right away. Instead, take your time and respond maybe one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one tomorrow, and so forth, because this will cause the Facebook algorithm to push the post back up to the top of the feed. And finally, create an engagement schedule. You should be posting regularly in the group. In my case, I typically do it first thing in the morning when I get to the office, and then I do it last thing in the day before I leave the office, and sometimes I even do it from home as well. So finally, let's talk about how to engage. So you can use GIFs. You can celebrate any type of milestones. You can celebrate new people joining. You can ask people to share their success stories. There's any number of ways you can cause celebration. Group principles. If you've been clear on the movement behind the group, you can ask questions about the group principles. These can be super powerful. If there's some shame or embarrassment, you can shed some light on, but they can be fun and lighthearted as well. So example, I believe I shouldn't have to feel guilty about wanting to be a working mom. This is straight out of Dana's playbook. Or example 2, I have the strong belief that I should be able to wear a collared shirt and yoga pants and heels. Post what you're wearing today. And so all sorts of people in her group are then taking pictures of themselves and they're posting it, and other people are commenting on that. All of that creates engagement in the group, which shows the Facebook algorithm that, hey, this is a super engaged group. You should promote this group to more people on Facebook. You can help them find other groups. You can place voting posts in, and that obviously drives all sorts of engagement. So you can ask other people to vote. This is particularly good if pictures are involved. So I would make extensive use of that. And by the way, if you want, before I finish this off, don't forget, right back up here at the top, you can click this link and go back to the original post on Social Media Examiner if you're looking for even more detail than we have included in this standard operating procedure. You can make special announcements about anything that you would like, and if you choose, in the beginning, you can also highlight new members as the member of the week. All right, so again, to go and get this SOP absolutely for free, go to Flowster.app, go on the home page, scroll down until you get to this button right here. Check out our free pre-made SOPs. And as you can see, this is not the only one. And depending upon when you're watching this video, if it's a while after it was filmed, there's probably going to be a lot more free SOPs on this page helping you to do all sorts of things.
All right, now that you've seen the process, I encourage you to go and sign up for the software where you can get a free account. And if you want to make sure to be notified of future videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I get to say hi to you in my next video. Thanks very much for tuning in. Take care. Bye-bye.